Meredith, angel expert, and of course, TV presenter as well. And right now, I am the lovely Fate and Fortunes angel expert, which is so exciting to do. But with me as well is the beautiful, the stunning, it is of course psychic and medium, the lovely Eleanor Grace. How you doing, lovely?
Hello everybody. I'm hot pink today, and I've got my cocktails ready, so we'll be there for a little bit later on in the programme today, this lunchtime. And you're in Wales, aren't you, Kris? So
well, you know, last week was in London, this week we're in the lovely Llandudno as well, but we're actually up the Orme as well, so we're really high. We've never been in this part before. We've obviously been to Wales before, but we've never been up the Orme, and I never knew there was houses and a community and everything up here. I just thought it was goats, and that was it.
Oh, well, if you're in Wales at the Orme, then do come and join us. I'm in my kitchen, so I'm not anywhere as exciting as Kris, but I have got cocktails ready for you later. So, and we've got Psychic Paradise here, which we're going to give you the secret recipes a bit later on, aren't we, Kris? And that's what we're going to look at. So come and join us anyway. We're welcoming your comments here on our live stream. We want you to really get involved with the show. And this week we're talking about psychic eyes. So we want to know what your thoughts are on the eyes. You know, these, it's a bit like that John Travolta, isn't it? We're doing this. So it's psychic eyes for today. So Kris, what do you think psychic eyes might look like?
I mean, it's such an interesting topic as well, Eleanor, because I just always think, you know, there's so much kind of difference with this. But for me, I think definitely purple as well. That's always a colour for me when I kind of go in there and I go into that meditative state. You know, the first colour I always see is purple. So I've always kind of connected it with that. But, you know, there's many different colours. I love the thought of it being rainbow as well. So, you know, many different kind of colours coming into one maybe for every chakra. I don't know, Eleanor, but this is what we're going to ask you guys as well. What do you think, you know, the psychic eye is? What color is it? Put it in the comments below as well and let us know. And of course, we can get in conversation about that later on. And also with that, do remember, while you're with us, give us a like, share this to as many people and communities as you possibly can, because that's what it's about. We want to grow this community on Facebook and, of course, raise that vibration. And you can also send stars as well. So, you know, as we've been going now for a couple of weeks, me and Eleanor, if you've been sending stars, we will be doing some readings as well. We've got our lovely cards with us today. So, of course, if you do want to send some stars, please do. And you could get a little bit of a reading from me or the lovely Eleanor, can't this week?
Well, to just start us off with psychic eyes, on my Clairvoyant Vision show last night, that was a new one this week, 8 o'clock on the Tuesday. That follows my USA live stream, which is 7 o'clock. So it was a busy night last night. But we did have a comment from Stephanie Whitaker. I asked the same question in preparation here. See, I'm being very I'm planning ahead. I asked, well, what do you think of psychic eyes, as Kris has just done? And Stephanie said, well, they've got to be closed and they're purple. So that's really just resonating with what you said there, Kris. Purple. So we're starting off with purple. I haven't actually seen any purple eyes myself, so let's see if there's any that are blue or green or brown. But yes, it's fascinating, isn't it? Purple.
I love it. But this is what it's about, Eleanor, and this is why we do it, you know. It's for the banter as well and people getting involved. But first of all, just say a big hello to everyone that's watching. We've got the lovely Hina, and then she says, hey, Eleanor. They put absolutely love this. Julie's put hi. We've also got the lovely Hamilon right there that says hello. We've got Becky, and Becky also put blue. I think the eye is blue. Me put purple. Julie's purple. So many things is purple. Good. We've also
at the top. Okay, right.
I like that. And we've got the lovely Claudia. She put hi, beautiful souls. Hello back to you. And also we've got, you know, so many people there that are sharing, giving hearts. You know, continue to do that, because the energy between me and Eleanor is always excitable as well. But, you know, you are very much here at the same time. But one thing as well, Eleanor, what I love, of course, we're in a brand new month now. We're in September, aren't we? So we're kind of preparing for the autumn, to reflect on the year, which I always love this time of year as well.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's harvest time, making plans for the future. And of course,
is.
you know, really about illuminating our own future as well. And of course,
that's what's important. It's sort of stepping into your power, isn't it? We're in the last days of summer now, and you know, Kris has really timed it well. I mean, what a good fortune that is. This weather in Wales, up the Orme. I think that's amazing. That's my saying of the day, up the Orme.
bringing that energy to you guys. Always.
So the new moon was yesterday in Virgo. Now, Virgo, as we know, is the maiden, very, very stylish sign, isn't it? The Virgoans out there. But you do tend to be a little bit perfect world stuff, don't you? You know, everything has got to be in place at the right time. And if it isn't quite perfect, then you could abandon it all. So now we're looking at that new moon and the perfect world. Those are the themes really for the Psychic Eyes this week. And on Friday, I will be doing a new feature, which really coincides with the new moon. And the new feature is on Psychic School at 12 noon. But this is a series of how to do stuff that's psychic. And this week it's coincidental with the new moon. Well, not really, I did put it together. And that is for how to make a cosmic order. And that's what is going to be happening on Friday. And it's about making a wish, but it's making a wish that will actually come true, manifesting your goal. Lots of you may have heard of that, and I've talked about it a lot on Psychic School, but, you know, we want to reach a wider audience, so that's what we're doing. All about the new moon, how to make a wish, and how to make that manifest into your dreams. Remember that you can't wish for the impossible. Nobody can. But what we can do is enhance our life. It's like what you said there, Kris. It's about empowerment. So the amethyst, I think, also empowers people. So what we're going to do, I think now is, Kris is going to have a look at the amethyst, and I'm going to have a look at some of your comments as well.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, but amethyst, I mean, for me, Eleanor, as well, I mean, amethyst was the first crystal I ever connected with when I was younger. And it was the first crystal I ever really meditated with. So I know it's known as a crystal, you know, of the third eye. It's great to open up as well if people, you know, want to develop psychically, but I've always found it such a gentle crystal. So, you know, if anyone out there is new to crystals, maybe their energies, maybe they find crystals were a little bit too intense, I always think amethyst is a beautiful crystal to start with, because it's not too much, it's not intense, it's all about you. And of course, if you're wanting to open up, you know, what we're talking about, you know, that lovely psychic eye, amethyst is an absolute beautiful crystal to be able to do that, but do it gently, you know, which is important, especially if we're already sensitive souls. You know, when we're open up, we could be more sensitive than normal, but amethyst is the perfect stone for that. I mean, your crystal ball as well, we've always talked about it. You know, I've always loved your crystal balls.
Yeah,
they're beautiful. But yeah, but how does a crystal ball, you know, how does it differ from what I've got here, Eleanor?
Well, it's a sphere, obviously, but what you can do with the crystal, you've got, this is pure rock crystal, which is really got the power of the earth in it. And the amethyst in particular was revered by the Romans, and they held the amethyst crystal in very high esteem, much, much higher than diamonds, and they were more valuable than diamonds because it's ruled by Neptune, the god of the sea. So they believed that the amethyst here was absolutely in charge of the moon and the tides and the mood swings, and was a healing crystal. So amethyst was sought after, both as a gemstone and also as a healing quality. So the difference between a very small piece and a large piece is just that it's going to enhance that energy. So it brings you into a different field, really. When I'm looking at psychic visions and clairvoyance in the crystal, I looked straight into the center, which you can see here. I'll bring it closer. And then we have to look straight through the other side so that you can just see with your peripheral vision, either side here of your psychic eye, which is here, you can see something, maybe capture an angel. That's what we like to do, capture an angel in the crystal. And of course, angel expert Kris over there.
I love it. And Eleanor as well, well, you mentioned an angel. Before we came on, and you can see that, look at the angel feather. That was waiting right here in the room before I set up. So we've not been in this room. It's upstairs. It's kind of the front room's upstairs, bit of a weird layout where we are. So we're kind of downstairs. So we've not been in this room at all. And then I've just come set up. And there is a beautiful angel feather right there. I mean, it's stunning. And but for me, that's confirmation, you know, that they're with us. Of course, that's bringing that energy into everybody that's watching us. And of course, you know, they're protecting us as well. Who do you think
that's for? Let's have a look.
Well, I'm going to say this is for the lovely Natalia right there. Natalia, you've sent loads of stars as well. I mean, you've been with us right from the beginning. Thank you very much for that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little bit of an angel card reading for yourself, sweetie, to say thank you for sending those beautiful stars. And then after this, Eleanor's got that lovely, lovely amethyst crystal sphere right there. So I'm sure she'll find someone to give a reading to. And remember, keep sharing this as well to as many people, like everything like that, because the bigger and the more people it reaches, the better. So Natalia, this is for you, sweetie. Let's see what the angels say for you. Love this. Angels of the universe. Right there. What an absolute beautiful card. Now, this is all about your universe. This is about you taking control. Now, what a perfect time right now in September. Like me and Eleanor was talking about, you know, really taking stock from the year, what has been, but really looking towards your future and what is to come. What do you want your universe to be? I feel like you're really about making it. It's really apt that this has come out, Eleanor, because it's really what we're talking about. It's people's world. What is it that you want? And Natalia as well, you know, really put yourself in that situation and apply them thoughts and really ask the universe, you know, what is it that you want? It wants to know. So all you've got to do is ask. So call on the angel of the universe. But what a beautiful card to start with as well. Yeah, that would go
really well with the cosmic order session that we're doing. How to make a cosmic order. Maybe it's how to gain some psychic eyes. Maybe we should discuss that. You know, how are we going to get those psychic eyes for ourselves? So have we got any comments? Who was saying?
Yeah, we've got a lot of comments. We've also got the lovely, let's have a look whose birthday it is. We've got the lovely Lynn Clark. She said, I'm a Virgo, birthday tomorrow. We'll have a beautiful birthday. Congratulations to that, lovely. I love it. And they've had so many people there, Eleanor, as well. That's
great. Well, Lynn, let's have a look at you. If it's your birthday tomorrow, let's have a little look into the crystal. So this is for Lynn Clark then. Lynn, yeah, a quiet celebration. I don't really feel as though it's massive this year, not sort of humongous quantity of people, but this is about quality, I feel, with you. You know, going somewhere very special, wanting to do something nice but expensive. So I think you're going to be spending quite a lot of money on yourself, and so you should. Now, Lynn, I've got the left side actually with you. I don't know whether you've hurt your left leg or whether it's aching, but be aware though, when you're given anything from spirit or in a clairvoyant way about something in your body, then just watch yourself over the next 7 days. If it goes past that, fine, you've got rid of the warning, but there is that here. So let us know if there is a problem with your left leg, if you've hurt it at all. But with the healing amethyst, I think with you, you've got to heal your heart, haven't you, Lynn? There's somebody who's passed into spirit, and you have got to heal your heart. So I've got a lady with you, a lady in spirit with you, and she's wanting to put her hand actually on your shoulder. Again, it's the left side. So I'm going to the left side. Now, did this lady pass with a stroke? Maybe that's what it is. But in any event, happy birthday for you for tomorrow. And I think the next year is going to be surprising. Movement, lots of it in your crystal ball. So look out for that and welcome your son as well. I feel that there's a need there. Okay, back to you, Kris.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I've got to say, there's many people joined us as well. We've got some new people as well. So welcome, first of all, to Psychic Lunch with myself and the beautiful Eleanor right there. We've got the lovely Hina, who said it's my first time on this lunch Zoom. Well, welcome, sweetie. We've got Tammy, that says they're brand new as well, which is so beautiful. So lovely Hina, I will pull you a card, sweetie. And the card that I've got is the Angel of Tranquility right there, just for you. Now, the Angel of Tranquility is all about you taking the time for yourself to really be quiet, but to really discover what it is you really want in your life. You know, the angels are there with us 24/7, 7 days a week, and you've got your guardian angel with you as well. So we've got a lot of support, but sometimes if things get a little bit too noisy, you can't hear your own thoughts as well, you know, just call on the Angel of Tranquility. It's as simple and as easy as that. Always remember, we've got free will. So the angels can't just come in and take over and make things right. We've got to ask. You know, once we ask for that support, you know, it will be delivered. But of course, you know, don't put a time scale on it either. You know, it will be delivered in the divine timing. But this is a message for you, sweetie. And thank you for joining us, Hina, today, lovely. The angels are always with you. But a beautiful card there again, Eleanor.
Well, that's fantastic. And I'm just looking here. Lynn Clark is coming back in, I think, with her comments. I mean, it's important as well for people to stay focused here, because we will go to you and we do try and get through as many people as possible. And we're going to go for a rapid fire session now to see if we can involve you all. And we're going to just take some cards and that will be Kris and me together. So we're just going to pick on some. I've got some here. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Everybody's wishing everybody a happy birthday for tomorrow. That's even better. Okay, Claudia Sheldon, hello there. Knight of Wands for you here, Claudia. Now, Claudia, Knight of Wands gives you a little bit of a boost, I feel, with your work, with your job, and makes you see things in a different way. So maybe if you've got a little bit stuck here, but now is the time to reevaluate exactly what it is that you want to happen at work. There's no point, is there, being fed up and in a bad mood. Is that you? Have you done that? Let us know. And I feel that that's then the time to reassess and look at things differently. Positive energy, that's what you have got. Kris, over to you.
Love that. Well, no, beautiful message there, Eleanor. And on top of that, we've got the lovely Julie Green Hughes that said, good afternoon. I'm going to pick you, lovely. Come straight through. And for you, the card that I've pulled is the Angel of Inspiration. So to be inspired, sometimes we can easily lose that spark. Really easy to do that. Maybe you've lost your focus of where you want to get to. You know, really think about what is in that heart. Don't listen to anybody else either. You know, sometimes it's good to, you know, get away for a little bit, really kind of get involved and retune with it, what your soul's desire is. Once you do that, then you can start to plan. But it all starts with that inspiration for yourself. You know, you've really got to find that. You've got to find that inspiration, that zest, that spark for life. Once you have, you will be absolutely fine. And I think, you know, don't worry, do not worry, but do call on the Angel of Inspiration if you need any support and guidance. And of course, if you're looking, you know, for something and you are a little bit lost right now, but a beautiful card. And for yourself, I have brought the unicorn cards as well. Let's have another unicorn card for yourself. Lovely. Love that. Absolutely love it. Spread the hope and joy, Cosmic Diamond. Now, unicorn energy is the same as the beautiful angelic energy as well. Once I was doing absolute stunning angelic Reiki when I was doing the healing on a lady. I went up and up and up, and I saw unicorns, I saw colors. It was absolutely fantastic. So for me, that's where I connected with them, got the cards, and of course bringing them to you. So what a beautiful card right there, and I absolutely love it. And look at the colors as well. Look at the diamonds. Always remember that, the cosmic diamond. Spread that hope, and of course spread all that joy. But a beautiful card for yourself, sweetie. Lovely.
Oh, that's lovely. That's lovely. Really is. So I'm going straight now to Tammy Carrington. Please, can I get a spirit message, please, is what Tammy is asking for. I'm going to take this for you. This is Temperance. It's in the tarot, and it's about balance and harmony. And that's what you need in your life, because you've been upset, I feel, by the loss of someone close to you, but also about obstacles that you feel have absolutely got in the way. You can't get over some of these obstacles either. So let's look at this one a little bit more carefully. This has got the balance and harmony in the card, but look at those angel wings. So we're really connecting through here to angels. As Kris has said, we've got feathers. We've also got some cocktails in a little while, just to let you know that. But we've also got angels here. I know we've got Psychic Paradise a bit later on. And that's where we want to be. Now, Kris has been talking about the unicorn level. Well, with Psychic Paradise Cocktail, you might all get there. Mightn't you all get there? So, Temperance card is with you, and that's for Tammy Carrington. Tammy, all joking aside, there is a lovely, lovely lady who is here. She's quite, I've got the initial of B, and is it Babs or Barbara? She's quite a big lady, and she's come bouncing in here to my special white room where I ask spirits to come, especially where we're on a live stream here. So I do feel that that's for you. Maybe Barbara is a name of her or somebody close to you, an ancestor. Let us know, because we do like to have that validation, and that's important for everybody else. Okay, Kris, where have we got to now? Mediumship hour on Monday this week was amazing. This is something that I do every Monday. And
I love that you do it, Eleanor. I love that you do it. If no one's watched it, please go and watch it, because it is something else. It's really good to see.
It's where we connect and we try to bring all the names of people in together. And it goes out across the world. We have people from New Zealand, Australia, America, Canada, Europe, Asia as well, India, a lot of India, as well as here in the UK. So I'm just going to read out now. Some of you will have been on Mediumship Hour. And I've lit a candle for all of those lovely souls in spirit that we did actually meet. You know, we brought them in. And at the top of the hour, when I very, very first started, I just said open to the group here. I've got Alfie. Alfie is what he would be called. And Keith, it was a K at first. I knew it was K-E. But I thought, was it Keith or was it Kevin? I wasn't quite sure. So I put that out to the group. Now, Nicola, who I think is watching now, hello. Hi there, Nicola. Nicola Kerslake said, well, it's for me. And Alfred was there for her, as was Keith. So the two souls were together. They came in together without me connecting to Nicola at first, but then she took those names and then we could proceed with the message. And there was another interesting one as well, and that was J.D. Clare. And she was sort of hovering around throughout the hour, in and out, in and out. And then at the end, she said, well, I've been forgotten, haven't I? You've forgotten me. And as she said that, and as that comment came in, I said, well, Bob is here, so who can take Bob? Now, Bob was J.D. Clare's stepdad. He only passed last week. So he was there, and he said, I'm okay. You know, he passed last week. JD was in shock. There's just a couple of them. I'll read some more out in a little while. But this is what happens when you get involved and when you can, you know, share out to the world, really, because the more people that are here, the more the energy is high. We talked about your crystal and the crystal ball. And the more crystals that you have, the higher the energy. Do you find that, Kris, as well?
Yeah, completely. And I think, you know, I always go with different crystals when I'm drawn as well. I think they call you because, you know, in my therapy room, in my angel room in Manchester, depending if I'm doing treatments or, you know, even if I'm doing crystal healing on people, you've got kind of your set crystals, but then the crystals call you as well, you know, depending on what people are needing. So the more crystals you have, the more energy that it ramps up, which is just, it's a beautiful thing. And they're so powerful as well, Eleanor. They really
I think people feel empowered, don't they? I mean, even if it's just a small crystal reading or with crystals in your reading, it does actually bring up that energy, raises the vibrations. And it's a big old world out there. And we're all trying, aren't we, very, very hard to push ourselves forward and to get noticed and to be important and to achieve some status and to raise our profile. And it's all, look at me, well, it's absolutely easy. You just have to get a crystal and then that'll do it all for you. That's what we're hoping anyway.
We'll program them. No, I always think that, Eleanor, with crystals, you know, crystals have always got their own property. But, you know, if you wanted a crystal just for that, you know, maybe to heighten your profile, to, you know, put you on the right path, to get people to get attention to you, you know, all you've got to do, you know, we're talking about psychic eye, the third eye, you know, all you've got to do is put that crystal on your third eye, close your eyes, and then program that crystal of that will. That's all you've got to do. It's simple as that. And then you catch that crystal for what you want. They're beautiful, but they're so powerful. You know, people don't understand how amazing they are.
Just don't put a sphere on your eye because it'll fall. Just mentioning that because that might be a bit of a problem. Okay, right. Moving on.
Love it. Love that, Eleanor. No, that's good. Don't do that. Don't do it online. You know, try and get I love it.
Right, just want to go back to Julie. Julie Green Hughes, you did her little reading earlier on. Well, she was on Mediumship Hour as well. Now, I looked at Julie, as you have done. So you've been very drawn to Julie, and you've given her the feather, and you've given that lovely uplift with unicorns and everything. So Julie is definitely in need at the moment. On Monday, I mean, she sent those stars. Thank you for that, Julie, as well. But John came into the room, and he had Tom with him. And he was calling Thomas, and it's like, Thomas, what is it? And then John was just shaking his head and saying, no, it's Tom. Okay. So John was holding a huge birthday cake, lots of candles all around it. And I thought, I wonder if this is a birthday cake for somebody that I'm going to try and give a message to now. Is that what it's for? And I couldn't really quite get it. I thought, no, I'll wait a minute. I'll wait. I won't sort of go bowling in because we don't want to be incorrect. So this birthday, he kept pushing it there. So I could see this birthday, couldn't ignore it any longer at all. And there he was, lots of candles. And Tom was there sort of wanting to sort of try and shake his hand. So it was quite a confusing image, but anyway, I just put it out to Julie and I said, look, John is holding a huge birthday cake and Tom is by his side. Now, Julie said, it's my dad. John is my dad and Tom is my uncle. And guess what? It's Dad's birthday on the 11th of September. Oh. So there we are, Julie. It was a fateful day. We all know that, the 11th of September, 9/11. But we've got a little bit of a bright story there where it was John's birthday. Well, it is John's birthday. We all will remember it. And the candles are there. So that's really, really powerful, really powerful. And lastly, just for Charlotte Cairns. I don't know if she's on here, but Margaret and Elizabeth were again two names that I had about sort of halfway through the show. And I thought, no, it's not the Queen. It's not, you know, Margaret. We're not looking at the royals here, Margaret and Elizabeth. That's not what we're looking at, but they're obviously very two powerful names. Well, Charlotte said her auntie is Margaret and her gran is Elizabeth. So both of those ladies were there together for Charlotte Cairns. So that's just a little bit of an example of how getting messages from spirit can work. I've always been able to connect to names, and I've always been able to connect those names across the world. And it's just comforting and puzzling at the same time as to why, how can that happen, and where are they really? So all of these questions we all want the answers to, and there's no definitive answer really.
But it's good that you've got that, Eleanor, as well. And I think, that people can actually see that, from what you do in that mediumship hour, which is so important. Of course, people might miss that, not see that. Do remember that Eleanor has Clairvoyant Calls as well. Some great psychics, mediums right there. It is a 24/7 service as well. So of course you can call up, have one-to-one private readings, and it is September, so there is a very special offer. It is $19.95 for 15 minutes. You can have that, you can get that. The number, get your pen and paper ready. That number is 0330-201-9602. And of course, take advantage of that special offer. You can pay by card, but also as well as £30 for 20 minutes if you would prefer that, or £45 for 30 minutes. That's a really, really in-depth, good reading. Great for the rest of the year into next year as well. And of course, you can speak to the receptionist. They can sort that out for you guys. But also, you can just go to Eleanor's fantastic website, which is gracedestiny.com/clairvoyant, and then you can find out everything there. But if you want that one-to-one private service and you'd like a reading, maybe see who's online right now. That's what it's all about, Eleanor, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you've got questions, and sometimes they're too personal, really, to discuss online, on live stream, open on the air. We'll give you a little bit, of course, but there's plenty of times when I've looked at somebody and thought, oh, there's a lot more to that particular story, and I can't go there, it's just too personal. And people do come in all the time and book readings with me. You can have a reading privately with me by just going to my website. That, I think a lot of you know, is gracedestiny.com. But you can book an appointment as well. So you don't have to go through the service if you don't want to. You can book directly with me. And that will be for three things. One, to have a video call reading with me, which you can do with Skype or WhatsApp or FaceTime. Also, you can book to see me in person. And that's at the holistic events that we do and at the psychic nights that we do, and there's lots of information there, so go and have a look. This week I will be in Bracknell, and that's tomorrow, with the psychic team. There's lots of bookings already, but we've got a beautiful area. It's a great big conservatory that we have, and that's at the Shepherd's House Pub, Bracknell in Berkshire, not very far from Ascot or Windsor. So we've got a bit of a royal theme going on there.
Of course, it's Eleanor Grace. Of course, we've got a royal theme.
We need to get to the cocktails quite quickly then, don't we? We've got a royal theme going on. Not saying anything at all. Okay. So, did you enjoy, Kris, the ending to Alexandra's Secret last week? Who actually read it? I don't know who has read it, who's on live today.
See if anyone did read. I mean, Eleanor is fantastic with these stories. I mean, I would just tune in as well, because you're great with the cliffhangers. But each week, if you've just tuned in, if you're new, Eleanor does these beautiful stories where she kind of leaves us on a cliffhanger, but then by midnight or by tomorrow, the actual full story will be up on her blogs, which is so good. But of course, last week it was so great, and of course it was all about the goosebumps as well, which I absolutely loved. And at the same time, Alexandra, it's all about that secret, which so many people got involved in that. Lovely. Nicola's put right there, I absolutely love them. Well, me and you, Nicola. And it's Eleanor that does them all to herself. I mean, I'm waiting for the full book.
Yes, well, I'm working on it. I'm doing a story every week. So, we're there. We're almost there. And we're going to do a rapid fire session of some more cards and readings before story time. Because I'm going to
Eleanor, what are you like?
This week's story is all about Blue-Eyed Boy. Now, I don't think we've had too many people who've come in with psychic eyes being blue. We've had mostly purple, haven't we? Mostly purple. So this week's story is Blue-Eyed Boy. But before we get there, I've also got my Egyptian cards here today. These are lovely. Look, they're very little cards. And we can just pick on an energy and pick on something that's important that is happening to you guys. So let's have a look at some of your comments. Has anybody come back in with comments from earlier? Because we were looking a lot, weren't we, at your feedback and psychic eyes and what you thought psychic eyes were like.
I love that. We just had all the colours, Eleanor. I remember people saying, obviously, all the purples, you know, the blues. I'm sure we had an orange as well. We've got the lovely Claudia there. She put any insight. We've got Kathy put today is my father's birthday. Crossed over. Can I have a card, please? And then we've also got lovely Natalia's put, have not heard of the Egyptian cards before. So I love that. But guys, put in those comments as well, you know, about what you think the psychic eye is, what colour it is, or what it means to you as well, because each person is completely different, which is kind of the way kind of spiritual world, it kind of all works that way, doesn't it, Eleanor?
It does. I'm just looking at the comments here. There's loads of them. Thank you very much for that. And do share. Don't forget to share and comment as well. And send your stars, which is fabulous. So
Mia's put there, lovely. Mia's put purple for the third eye and then white on the top of your head. Love that.
Yes, that's great. Yeah, purple is there a lot. Now, Becky Lefebvre, let's have a look at you, an Egyptian card for you, Becky. Just give us a ping and let us know that you're still there. What are the best ways of doing that? And one thing that I want to find out as well is how many Virgos have we got here? Because we're just into Virgo. We've had a Virgo moon. Who's here that is Virgo? And next to that, who is an earth sign? So we want to grab all of those earth signs because they can be quite stuck, you know, sometimes. Now, let's have a look. Who did I say? Becky. This is for you. Buckle of Isis, Becky Lefebvre. This is what you've got. Now, I don't know if you're aware, but the Buckle of Isis in the Egyptian cartouche is all about unions, marriage, perfect harmony, romance, and the joining together. It's about commitment, and the commitment is amazing that I feel is around you at this particular time. And that commitment is going to get stronger and stronger. It's what you're asking for at the moment, Becky. So this is something that you really want. So really hurry up with that. You know, don't be shy. You know, just sort of say exactly what it is that you want to the person who is the most special in your life. Is going to respond. Very positive. Ooh, spooky.
Ooh, love that. And everyone that's on there as well, there's just someone that's trying to comment on people. Do not go through to them or anything like that. Just make sure you stay on here for me.
Scammer.
And the lovely Eleanor, just ignore them. You know, we don't want their energy or anything like that. Just pretend they're not there. For yourself as well, let's have a look. I was drawn to the lovely Nicola right there. I've pulled an angel card for you, and it's the Angel of Past Issues. Now, the thing is, with past issues, sometimes we don't deal with them at all. Things happen, we move on with life. Life's really, really quick, and we don't deal with the issue. So it becomes a past issue, but also a present issue as well, because it's not letting us move forward with the life that we want, because maybe hurts, maybe career, I'm getting a little bit with you. It's stopping us from achieving that main dream, that main goal of what we want. Now, a great way to do that in meditation is to really visualize us cutting those ties. Now, I always imagine a green pair of scissors cutting those ties, because green of the heart, past issues, getting rid of it, visualize that, and you should become to feel lighter and start to move on. But of course, make sure you deal with those past issues. Absolutely love that card. Beautiful card right there for you as well, Natalie. Love that.
Fantastic. Now I'm going to go to Kathy Lynn Rice here. I've got my crystal ball ready, and I can see here, Kathy, that you need to change things a bit at the moment. You need to change things up. Maybe just lighten up yourself and relax, try and get, I don't know, a spa day, or, sort of a night out, a girls' night, something like that, because it's the energy that you need to raise, and give yourself some fun, really have some fun, try and enjoy life. And I think, sometimes we're all a bit too serious, and it is tough, isn't it? I mean, life is tough. It's not easy. We know that. That's why we're here supporting everybody as much as we can. So do we have any Virgos? I don't think we do we?
We've had the lovely, let's have a look. We've had Lynn Clark said, I'm definitely a Virgo right there. So 100%.
100% Virgo. Well, I think you're the only Virgo that we've got, because it's your birthday, isn't it? Well, let's see. We've got the Crook and Fail here for you in the Egyptian cards. This is all about work, hard work, and you having here to just put some of that work issue away. Don't worry about things. Maybe you're starting something new and wanting to task yourself with learning as well. But I think that's in a hobby. I don't feel that that's day job stuff. I think that's the hobby, and that's what you need to really consider. You're working very, very hard though. And again, birthday celebration. So it's not all going to be there on that sort of level. You will be making such a lot of important changes. All right, now I'm going to read the story now, Kris. So this is just the introduction, and you will be able to read the rest of the story on the site.
Go on, I'm ready.
You ready? Okay. This is Blue-Eyed Boys, my series of psychic stories on the psychic blog, gracedestiny.com. You ready, Kris? Blue-Eyed Boys. Have you got blue eyes? Have you got blue eyes, Kris?
I've got brown. No, brown.
Brown, you're brown-eyed. Okay, well, this is Blue-Eyed Boys.
Brown-eyed boys.
I'll be ready. Rory knew he was different, as he could always see so much more than anyone would guess. He often wondered what it would be like to be normal. So, what is normal? Rory thought about this question and puzzled over it, saying quietly to himself, well, I suppose it is being able to reason things through, have ambitions, be kind to people, sign up to society, make a contribution. That must be part of it. He sighed, falling in love. Now that's a different matter altogether. Is it normal to know that the most powerful sensation is about to happen? Rory fell silent again as he pondered in anticipation of the next chapter in his life. Rory knew that she would be with him. It was time to reconnect with this wonderful bright star, the soul captivated and entwined with his. He didn't need his eyes to see her. He always used his inner visions, as this was his secret power after all. So, what can I see? Normally, it is quite dark, but today I can see a bright light. It is her. I can sense her being quite petite with the most amazing smile, and she will like to dance all the time. Perhaps the dancing will be in her eyes, which are so alert, so attractive, and so very clever. Dreaming again, Rory said to himself. It's just my imagination playing tricks, but I do know something is in the air. I can feel it, almost taste it. Perhaps it is love. What Rory didn't know was that he only had 6 minutes to live, unless Margarita could reach him in time.
Oh.
To be continued.
Oh, they're so good, Eleanor. They're so good. They're amazing. I mean, everyone put in the comments, if you can, what you think will happen next. That's the important thing. That was so good. If you agree with me, the book needs to come. But also, Eleanor will get it up either midnight tonight or tomorrow. Just head to GraceDestiny.com, and of course, you'll see the continuation of that story on there. And then, of course, we'll talk about it next week. But let us know in the comments as well what you think. And right there, Eleanor, we've had Mia put, that was fabulous. The lovely Lynn Clark put, wow. We've had Claudia say, amazing as well. Right. We've had some more stars sent as well, which is absolutely great. The lovely Nettie. And then she put, anything for me later on. And then also we've got from Natalia, a great story. Can't wait to hear the rest. How good's that?
Just a reminder then, what he didn't know was that he only had 6 minutes to live unless Margarita could reach him in time. So think about that. What do you think happened next? Now, if you can't think straight away, don't worry, but send a message. Direct message me what your thoughts are, and we'll read it out next week. So think about it now, quickly. And whoever gets that sort of very near answer, we're going to give you a free reading. That's what we're going to do. And that will be with me and one of those 15-minute readings. That's free to you. Hina Patel, who's on, has already won a free reading. We're still actually, because I've been so manically busy, trying to connect to get that done, because she's been busy, I've been busy. We haven't actually connected yet, but Hina, we will do. We'll get that one sorted and get a time for you. So remember, what happened next? So there we are, Blue-Eyed Boy. That's the story this week, and psychic eyes is what our topic is, and we're wanting to hear about your particular experiences as well, and what you think about psychic eyes. Have you got them? Has anybody here got psychic eyes? What do you think? What is it that you think psychic eyes actually are? So we're coming to our next section now, and I just want to take this card here. It's the Key of Life, and I know that there's somebody here that needs that at the moment. I don't know. Let me just see who I'm going to, because I feel that somebody is just feeling very sad. Yeah, it's Nettie, I think, because she's the one that I'm drawn to. Now, Nettie, when you get this card, it's really important to remember to get involved in life and just really pick up the rhythm of life, and sort of move with it, go with it, dance with it, think about that rhythm of life, because it's the key of life that is here. And that key of life for you is very important. So, for everybody that feels as though they want to give up and they just, can't do it anymore, feel a bit overwhelmed and it's just a bit too hard. And that happens a lot, more so now than at any other time. And I think also this is a week, isn't it? 9/11, the 20th anniversary, and really those reminders of how awful we can be to each other, all of our human beings, we can be really awful to each other. So the key of life also represents the breath of life and the memory of those that are past and those that come through in Psychic Lunch here today and also in Mediumship Hour. So we've got some angels that we're going to give to you that Kris is going to look at now and recommend when we're feeling down. This is for everybody, open now to the group. When we're feeling down, what is it that we want to share so much with our loved ones, with our family? What are the angels that we should go to? What would you recommend there, Kris?
I think, I was shuffling there while you was talking as well, and the card that came out well was the Angel of Comfort. So, I mean, for me, I've always communicated, worked with angels. You know, if you're ever struggling, if you're at a low ebb, you don't feel like, you know, you can make it through the day, anything like that, just call on the helper angels. There's so many. Or, of course, you've got your guardian angel right there. And whatever is going on, you know, in your life to uplift you so you can kind of see the light. I mean, always think about your angels always guiding you, always showing you that light, because, you know, life is difficult. It really is. And we've got to kind of weave our way through it, ups and downs. Things can happen where it just floors us, and we've got to get ourselves up again, put that smile on, you know, make it through the day. And sometimes you just don't want to do that, and that's absolutely fine. But in those moments where you're kind of thinking, I can't cope, can't deal with it, that's when, you know, you need to ask for that support, ask for that help. And of course, you know, your angels will be there with you. For me, when I go into meditation, I call in my angels straight away, and I feel, and then you can feel them tickling my face, playing with my hair, you know, and then you get signs as well throughout the day. And that's always confirmation. Like, I mean, if you've just tuned in, before we came to do this, there's a little feather waiting for me, and that's confirmation that the angels are here. So always remember, you know, you've got that help 24/7. And the card that I pulled was the Angel of Comfort. Now, many people out there come for me privately as well for Angelic Reiki. Now, that's a healing directly from the angels. Now, you can have it in person, but of course you can have it online as well. But once again, that's all about clearing and really helping you to regain the spark of your life, you know, through the angels. So there's many ways they can come through to us, but the main thing is you finding that way, that upliftment and that way forward, because that's what it's all about. You know, that's why me and Eleanor do this, you know, is to bring that spiritual upliftment to you, you know, to making sure you can cope with your day. And you've got the kind of spiritual tools, I would say, Eleanor, that people can kind of, you know, when they leave this, they feel better. I can do that. You know, you've got the spirit there, you've got your angels there, you've got the crystals there. You know, that's what it's all about. But just remember, the Angel of Comfort is there for you guys as well.
It's important, isn't it? Especially with feathers, because feathers are often associated to angels being near, and they often are, because they blow around in the wind everywhere. And suddenly when they appear, you think, well, that's really strange. But it is a signpost. It is a little sign. And that leads us very much on to next week and our theme next week, which is psychic signposts next week. That's what we'll be talking about and really getting involved in. But of course, we've actually got Psychic Paradise today, and this is our cocktail. So I'm just going to get it for you. It's just
resistance.
Wait a moment. We are here. We are here with our cocktails now. I've got Psychic Paradise cocktail here. We'll just make sure I don't, because this one is fabulous. It's blue, and that's obviously to go with Blue-Eyed Boy. That's who we've got in our Psychic Paradise. And this is a very, very simple recipe. You need ice. Now, my ice has melted at the moment. I'll just take a sip. Oh, that's really good. Just what we need at lunchtime. But it's actually just ice and pure gin. That's all it is. And that's Psychic Paradise, but it's the blue gin. That's the one that you need to get.
Eleanor will be falling off a chair.
I will. So cheers. Here's this particular Psychic Paradise drink. But I have got another one, in case that you don't like gin. And this is following on from Brandy Alexander last week. But this is another brandy recipe. And in here, we've got brandy and banana and cream. Now, it is a cocktail, and we do have apple just to take off the edge of that, but that's another really, really, it's a slimming one, this one.
Hey, like that. Go on, taste it, Eleanor. Go on, taste it. That's diet. Go on, we know the taste.
That's very nice. Yes, yes. Doesn't quite go with the gin, but we've got 2 recipes there for you. That's the brandy one and the gin one. So that's Psychic Paradise. Now, the other week we had Psychic Surprise, and I will get all of these recipes for you. Actually, there's been huge requests here for the recipes, so that's been fantastic. So I hope you enjoy them.
They do, Eleanor, right there. You've got Becky that's put cheers, the lovely Nicholas put a tipsy Eleanor, laugh out loud.
Yes.
Nicholas put thank you, Mies put brilliant, and Nettie's put thank you so much. Nettie put, oh my God, spot on, it's what I'm feeling. Thank you, Eleanor. And the lovely Natalie's put beautiful guidance, Kris. Thank you so much. Well, thank you all for that, you know.
Yeah, fabulous, fabulous. Okay, I've just lit a candle here, and this is for all of you to maybe share in a moment. We're coming to the end of our psychic lunch hour, and this is to remember somebody who's special to you, a loved one who may well have passed over into spirit, and to thank the spirits that have come through as well. So it's John and Tom, it's Louise who was hiding behind a door and she was here for Sarah. It's the spirits that have joined us today, and also to recognise that there is that mediumship air always there, that, you know, look for a signpost, look for a candle flame, look for a feather around your home, because spirits do come to visit. And when we just want to go like that, oh, who was that? It's an energy, a wind, a person, a spirit just passing by, and we can feel it. And that's what ghostly feelings are, you know, when we go a little bit cold and want to shiver, but it isn't strange, it's somebody wanting to let you know that their presence is near. Now, today, my candle is for an amazing person who I'm sure you will all know, and that is Aretha Franklin. Now, this week, it's a film. It's called Respect, the film, which has been made in her name and in her honour. And it's all about Aretha Franklin's life. And it's got Jennifer Hudson, and I think it's Mary J. Blige that is also in the film. And I'm seeing it on Friday, this Friday. So next week, I'll tell you all about it. But if you can, just catch a glimpse of that amazing star that burned so brightly in our lives and gave us so much pleasure. And respect is there, isn't it, to her. So, Kris, is there anybody that you want to remember as well?
There is. I mean, this week, you know, it's such a sad news, the passing of Girls Aloud star Sarah Harding. That's passed away from, you know, breast cancer. And, you know, everyone knew that was coming. But at 39, you know, it was such a shock. And it's never easy. And of course, you know, it just makes you realize how precious, you know, life is and how bright her star shone. But of course, you know, she's no longer with us, and, you know, at least she's at peace, but it doesn't make the hurt any easier for her family, friends, fans, everybody out there. So I would like to dedicate that candle to the beautiful star that was Sarah Harding, that's passed away. You know, it's such a shame this week, darling.
Okay, well, we'll blow out the candle for you. So I'm just going to do that. So think about your loved one, and we'll just do that in 3, 2, and 1. We'll blow the candle out. 3, 2, and 1. There we go. And that's the view. And I'm just going to say cheers with my Psychic Paradise drink.
Eleanor, you're amazing. I just wanted to say thank you for Eleanor. You know, this was Eleanor's idea, you know, for doing this. It brings me joy every week. I know it brings you lot joy out there as well. Just remember, if you want to find out anything about Eleanor, just go to gracedestiny.com. Everything's there. For myself, for private angel card readings, treatments, just remember angelacademyholistics.com.
And he's writing for a magazine.
Yes, which is amazing. Fate and Fortune, you know, beautiful. And this, you know, we're talking about Eleanor quickly before we go. This was for me, you know, last year, New Year, this is one of my resolutions to bring my column, you know, which I just thought that's never going to happen. And then, you know, it's just strange, but there it is. And that's the October issue that is out right now.
Oh, fabulous. Go and get a read. And maybe my stories will follow you in.
They will, 1000%. They will do. Not maybe about it.
Not maybe about it. Anyway, cheers and thank you for joining us today on Psychic Lunch, and have a great week. Don't forget, I will be with you again on Friday. That's at 12 noon, and that is all about how to make a cosmic order. So that's what you've got to be thinking about, how to make a cosmic order. So there we are. And I was just going to say cheerio to all
bye, guys.
Okay, bye-bye.